baskets full of bread and vats full of vino. Someone called it the first of the signs that Jesus did. One that, like at least one other sign, had to do with eating and drinking, because that's also what Jesus did. John the Baptist, Jesus says himself, John came eating no bread and drinking no wine, and people are saying he has a demon. How else can he survive? So I eat and I drink, and they're saying he's a glutton and a drunkard. But no one should starve, and no one should drink only water. This happens in Cana in Galilee. Marty and Marta Feldman and Baruch and Mary Beth Beckstein request the honor of your company at the marriage of their children Miriam and Barry, the 7th of Shavat, Temple Bethel, etc. It's not far from Nazareth where Jesus grew up, and his mother is there. She knows the Becksteins. Jesus is there, and some of his followers, because his mother knows the Becksteins, maybe too because Nathaniel grew up with Barry. Actually, everybody knows pretty much everybody else in Cana and Nazareth. Everybody is pretty much in everybody else's business. Mary has got her nose in the arrangements for the bread and the wine, and she knows that the wine is running out. The party is also winding down, but she is more than pretty sure that the running out is going faster than the winding down is. She comes to Jesus. They're running out of wine, she says. Okay, he says, meaning I'm not sure what that means or why you're telling me, but okay. She goes to the servers. My son over there, she tells them, pointing him out, meaning, see the tall, good-looking one, the rabbi? Jesus sees her pointing at him and the way she's looking at him, and he hears her say, because she's raised her voice, do what he says. One of the servers comes to Jesus. Your mother says, he begins. Okay, Jesus says, there are these huge oyas, the synagogue water supply for drinking, washing hands and feet, and the blood away if something goes wrong at a bris. 6 of them, huge, each the size of about 3 bushel baskets. Jesus asks the servers, are they full? They check, stage business, and when they come back, they say yes, because they've filled them to the brim. There are a little over 37 quarts in a bushel. So 6 jars times 3 bushels times 37 and a little, by my math, 167.5 gallons. And Jesus says, good. Let them drink water, though clearly he's kidding. Take some, he says, and he points to Eugene Levy, the best man, who has been panicking nearly every other minute about nearly every other thing, and now the wine is running out. They do. They take a cup to him. He says, what's this? The one with the cup shrugs. All right, let me see. Sniffs. Takes a sip. And he goes looking for the bridegroom, who is trying to disappear into some corner, because there is nothing worse than throwing a party and running out of alcohol. This would be especially true if it was the party of the year, even if it was only Shavat. Cana isn't so big a place that there are going to be that many weddings. They may forget who your best man was. No, they'll pin it all on you. And to be remembered in your hometown until the day of your death as Larry Lackwine, the guy who ran out, it's not a pretty thought. Much better to be remembered as the guy who saved the best for last. Gene is joking. He has to be when he pulls Barry over and says, I don't know where you got this stuff, but, we usually give the guests the good stuff first. Then when they've had a few and can't tell the stuff in the box from the stuff in the bottles, then, but you, beaming, he pinches the bridegroom's pudgy cheeks. The party's winding down, but suddenly there are 170 gallons of the best vino you can imagine, enough to keep all of Cana in its cups for a week. But for now, let the afternoon sing into evening, a hymn of thanksgiving for weddings and wine and friends, and especially having enough. Let the afternoon sing into evening, and evening into night, and night into dawn, and dawn into morning, because there's not enough, there's more. Thanks to that glutton and drunkard, Mary's Jesus from Nazareth.